Hey everyone, and welcome back to Insider Ecom Edge.
Yes, welcome back, everybody.
Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive on common pitfalls for new e-commerce businesses,
That's right.
and more importantly, how to sidestep them.
Exactly.
So consider this like your fast-track guide to navigating the e-commerce landscape,
Yeah,
packed with insights to give your business like a real edge.
that's right.
And yeah, we're going to cut through the noise, give you
Yeah,
actionable advice that you can use right away.
exactly.
So let's get into it.
Let's go.
First up, let's talk about SEO, or search engine optimization.
Yes.
Now, I know it can sound kind of intimidating, but think of it this way.
Okay.
SEO is how visible your store is in the vast digital marketplace.
Yeah,
If you have no SEO, it's like opening a shop in the middle of the desert.
right.
No one is going to find you.
Exactly. And you could have the most amazing products in the world,
Right.
but if your SEO is lacking, you're essentially invisible
Yeah.
to potential customers.
So it's like you're hoping people will just kind of stumble across your store,
Yeah,
when all your competitors who are savvy,
right.
they're optimizing their sites.
Yeah, they're drawing all the traffic.
Yeah, it's like they're setting up big, flashing neon signs,
Exactly.
pointing directly at their shops.
Yeah.
And you're in the desert, hidden away.
You're hidden in the desert with no sign and no people around.
And here's the thing about SEO, and I didn't know this.
Okay,
It's not just about Google anymore.
that's right.
I thought getting that top spot on Google search was like the holy grail.
I mean, it's important, but it's not the only thing.
So there's more.
There's more.
Okay,
You got to remember, people are searching for products
right.
on tons of different platforms.
Right.
Amazon, YouTube, Pinterest, you name it.
Oh, okay.
All of these platforms have their own search algorithms.
Right.
So you need to kind of optimize your presence accordingly.
So it's like playing multiple search games at once.
Yeah, kind of.
And I'm guessing keywords are the key to winning.
Keywords are super important.
Okay.
There are those little clues
Yeah.
that tell search engines what your product is all about.
Okay.
Helps to connect you with the right customers.
Okay.
So getting your keyword strategy right can unlock a flood of organic traffic to your site,
That sounds amazing.
which is essentially free, highly targeted, and more likely to convert into sales.
Yeah, that sounds like a dream come true
It is the dream.
for any e-commerce business. Now let's move on to another pitfall that we see a lot.
Okay.
And that is trying to sell to absolutely everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's tempting to think that your product is so amazing that
Yeah.
everyone will want it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Okay,
Trying to appeal to everyone means you end up appealing to no one.
right.
Your marketing message becomes diluted.
Okay,
Your brand identity gets all muddled.
makes sense.
And you waste a lot of time and money.
Yeah, it's like trying to hit a bullseye with a shotgun. You might hit something,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not going to get that same impact as a nice focused shot.
Exactly. And like, imagine a brand trying to appeal to eco-conscious millennials one day
Right.
and then budget-conscious retirees the next.
Yeah.
Their messaging is going to be so confusing.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Customers don't know what they stand for.
Right. So how do we avoid this trap?
Okay, so how do we get that laser focus?
Yeah.
It all comes down to understanding your target audience.
Okay.
You need to define your ideal customer. And we do that with something called a buyer persona.
Okay, a buyer persona. Tell me more.
So it's basically a detailed profile of your ideal customer
Okay.
that goes beyond just their age and location.
So like what else?
Like, think about their values,
Okay.
their interests, their pain points, their goals.
Okay.
What keeps them up at night?
Right.
What are they aspiring to achieve?
Ah, so you're really getting into their heads.
You got to get into their head.
Trying to understand their motivations.
Yes,
Their desires.
exactly.
Interesting.
And when you have a crystal clear picture of who you're selling to,
Yeah.
everything else becomes easier.
Oh.
Your marketing is more effective.
Right.
Your messaging resonates more deeply.
Yeah.
You build a brand that people genuinely connect with.
It's like speaking directly to their hearts and their minds.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Oh.
Okay, let's move on to another crucial decision
Okay.
that can really make or break an e-commerce business.
Right.
Choosing the right platform.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Yeah. Your e-commerce platform is like the foundation
Yes.
of your entire online operation.
It's the foundation of the house.
So choosing the wrong one can lead to all sorts of headaches down the road,
All sorts.
right? It's like building a house on a shaky foundation.
Exactly.
If it's not strong enough,
Right.
the whole thing can come crashing down.
It can come crashing
And
down.
the consequences can be pretty dire.
Oh, yeah.
So like, imagine your website crashing during a huge sale.
Yeah, that's not good.
Or not being able to handle, like, increasing traffic as your business grows.
Yeah, you'll lose sales,
You'll end up losing sales, frustrating customers,
frustrating customer,
and ultimately damaging your brand.
bad news.
That's like a nightmare scenario for
Yeah,
any e-commerce business.
total nightmare.
So how do we avoid choosing the wrong platform?
So what are the key things to consider?
Yeah, what are the key things to consider?
Well, there's a lot of options out there.
Right.
But let's focus on 3 popular choices.
Yep.
Shopify, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce.
Okay.
And they each have their own strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
So it's really about finding the right fit for your specific needs.
So let's break it down. Shopify
Yeah.
seems to be the go-to for a lot of new businesses.
It is.
Right.
It's incredibly popular.
Okay.
And for good reason. Shopify is very user-friendly.
Okay.
It's almost like a plug-and-play solution.
Oh, okay.
It's perfect for beginners
Okay.
who don't have a lot of technical expertise and they want to get their store up and running quickly.
Okay. So ease of use is a big plus there.
Definitely a big plus.
What about WooCommerce?
Okay.
I hear that one's super flexible.
That's right. WooCommerce is highly customizable,
Okay.
which gives you a lot of control
Right.
over the look and functionality of your store.
That makes sense.
However,
Oh, well,
that also means it can be more technically demanding.
got it. So more control,
Yeah,
but potentially more complexity.
potentially, yes.
And finally, we have BigCommerce.
Yes. BigCommerce.
What makes BigCommerce stand out?
BigCommerce is a powerhouse.
Okay.
It's designed for scalability.
Okay.
It's packed with features.
Okay.
It can handle high volumes of traffic and sales,
Wow.
making it ideal for businesses with ambitious growth plans.
So it's important to consider not just your current needs,
Right.
but your future aspirations.
That's a great point. And you
Mhm.
know what?
Why?
Going for the cheapest option isn't always the best strategy.
Yeah. I was going to say, I imagine that that's not the best
Nah.
strategy.
What might seem cheap up front can actually end up costing you more in the long run.
Right.
You have to factor in things like transaction fees, plug-in costs,
Okay.
potential developer fees.
Gotcha.
Then you'll get a clearer picture of the true costs.
It's all about weighing the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Choosing the platform that aligns best with your budget
Yes,
and your vision for your business.
exactly. My advice,
Yeah. What's your advice?
take advantage of those free trials
Okay.
offered by most platforms. Test them out.
Yeah.
Play around with the features.
Makes sense.
See what feels right for you.
That's great advice.
Thank you.
Now let's shift gears and talk about mobile optimization.
Mobile optimization, yes.
This is something I'm super passionate about.
Yes, you should be.
Because mobile commerce is exploding these days.
It's huge.
And yet, so many businesses are still neglecting this crucial aspect
I know, it's crazy.
of their online presence.
It's like having a storefront.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling.
Like a locked door.
Not having a mobile-friendly website these days.
Yeah, most people can't even get in.
It's like having a storefront with a locked door.
Exactly.
Most people can't even get in.
Think about it. Over 60% of web traffic now comes from mobile devices.
Really?
Yeah, and that number's only going to keep growing.
So if your site isn't optimized for mobile,
Yeah.
you're essentially shutting out a massive portion of your
Huge.
potential customer base.
It's like closing your doors to most of your customers.
Yeah, exactly. And there's another factor to consider.
Okay, what's that?
Google's mobile-first indexing.
Yeah.
I've heard that term thrown around.
Yeah, it gets thrown around a lot.
But can you break it down for us?
Yeah.
What does it actually mean for e-commerce businesses?
So in simple terms, Google now primarily uses the mobile version of your website
Okay.
to determine your search ranking.
Okay.
So if your mobile site is slow or clunky or difficult to navigate,
Right.
your ranking is going to suffer and fewer people are going to find you.
That makes perfect sense.
Right.
We're all glued to our phones these days,
Yeah.
and Google knows that.
Google knows. To really drive the point home,
Okay.
here's a stat that'll blow your mind.
Okay, I'm ready.
53% of mobile users will abandon a website if it takes more than 3 seconds to load.
Wow, 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
People have zero patience these days.
I know.
But I get it, we're all busy.
Yeah,
We expect things to happen instantly.
right.
So every second counts.
Every second counts.
Those bounces translate to lost sales
Absolutely.
and missed opportunities.
Missed opportunities.
So what can our listeners do
What can they do?
to ensure that their mobile experience is top-notch?
Yeah, what are the key elements of a great mobile site?
Yeah, what are those key elements?
So first and foremost, your site needs to have a responsive design,
Yeah.
meaning it adapts seamlessly to any screen size.
Okay.
No more tiny text and squished images.
Yeah, no one wants that.
Everything needs to be clear, concise, and easy to read on a smaller screen.
Right.
You also need to optimize your images for mobile,
Okay.
which means reducing their file sizes
Okay.
without sacrificing quality.
Right.
This will help your site load faster,
Okay.
provide a smoother browsing experience.
So responsive design,
Yeah.
image optimization
Yes.
are crucial.
Crucial. What else should we be thinking about?
Yeah, Adolf.
Navigation is key.
Okay.
Keep it simple and intuitive.
Okay.
Use what are called hamburger menus
Hamburger menus.
to condense options
Okay.
and ensure that all the essential actions are within a thumb's reach.
Okay.
Remember, people are using their phones with one hand,
Right.
so everything needs to be easily accessible.
So it's all about making it
It's about ease of use.
as easy as possible for people to browse and buy on their phones.
Exactly. No unnecessary clicks, no complicated menus.
And don't forget about offering mobile payment options
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
like Apple Pay,
Apple Pay,
Google Wallet.
Google Wallet, things like that.
People value speed and convenience.
Absolutely.
And these options make it easier for them to check out quickly and securely.
Exactly. That's the goal.
Okay, listeners, I want you to take out your phone right now
Yes, take out your phone,
and go to your website.
go to your website.
How does it look?
How does it look?
Is it easy to navigate?
Yeah, could you buy from yourself on mobile?
Would you buy from yourself on mobile?
If not, it's time to make some changes.
If not, it's time to make some changes.
Your website is your virtual storefront,
Right.
and you want to make sure it's welcoming and inviting to everyone,
Right.
no matter what device they're using.
That's a great point.
All right.
Now, let's talk about something
Okay.
that's often overlooked,
Okay.
but can be a total game changer for your e-commerce business.
All right. What is it?
Customer service.
Customer service.
Yeah.
It might not seem as flashy as SEO or web design,
Right.
but it's the heart and soul of any successful business, online or offline.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've seen firsthand
Yeah.
how incredible customer service can turn a one-time buyer
Right.
into a loyal raving fan
Yes.
who tells all their friends about your brand.
It's true. Exceptional customer service isn't just about fixing problems.
Sure.
It's about building genuine relationships
Right.
and creating positive experiences
I love
that
that
make
word.
people feel valued and appreciated.
Yeah. I remember having a problem with an online order once,
Oh, yeah.
and the company went above and beyond to resolve it.
Oh, okay.
They were so responsive,
Good.
empathetic,
Yeah.
helpful, that I was just blown away.
See, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And I bet you told everyone you knew about that experience.
I bet you did, and I bet they told people too.
Yeah.
That's the power of great customer service.
Yeah.
It turns everyday interactions into opportunities to impress
Absolutely.
and create a lasting impression.
Yeah. On the flip side, bad customer service
Oh, yeah.
can spread like wildfire online
It spreads so fast.
and do serious damage to your reputation.
Serious damage.
No doubt about it. In the age of social media,
Right.
one negative review
Yeah.
can reach thousands of potential customers.
Thousands.
It's just not worth the risk
It's not worth the risk.
of neglecting this crucial aspect of your business.
Oh, so
So
true.
what can our listeners do
So what can we do?
to ensure they're providing top-notch customer service?
What are some actionable steps?
Yeah, what are some actionable steps they can take?
Okay, first and foremost, make it easy for customers to reach you.
Okay.
Offer multiple channels of communication,
Okay.
email, phone, live chat, social media.
Right. Give people options.
Give them options.
Some people prefer to fire off a quick email,
Yeah,
while others want to talk to a real person on the phone.
exactly.
Exactly. And no matter how they choose to contact you,
Right.
make sure you respond promptly.
Yes.
Nobody likes to be left hanging,
I hate being left hanging,
especially when they have a problem or a question.
especially when they have a problem or a question.
Speed is key.
Speed is key.
In today's fast-paced world,
Right.
we've all come to expect quick responses.
We have. And when you do respond,
Right.
be empathetic and take ownership of the issue.
Okay.
A simple "we're on"
Yeah.
can go a long way
I like that.
in reassuring a customer,
Yeah.
making them feel heard.
It's all about demonstrating that you genuinely care
Exactly.
about their experience.
Yes, right.
And you are committed to resolving
Absolutely.
any issues quickly and efficiently.
You got it. Treat every interaction as an opportunity to build a connection
That's great.
and make a positive impression. You
Yeah.
never know
Right.
when a single interaction might turn a casual browser
Yeah.
into a lifelong customer.
Okay, let's talk about another element of your online store
Okay.
that can make or break a sale.
What's that?
Product descriptions
Okay.
and visuals.
Yes, your product pages.
This is where you really have a chance to shine.
This is where you shine. Remember, in the online world,
Okay.
your product page is the product.
Okay.
It's all the customers have to go by.
So no skimping on this part.
No skimping.
It's all about creating a compelling
Yes.
and informative experience
Exactly.
that showcases your products in the best possible light.
That's what you want. It's not
Yeah.
just about listing features. It's
Uh-huh.
about highlighting the benefits.
Okay.
How will this product make the customer's life better or easier or more enjoyable?
Give me an example.
Okay, sure.
I love a good example.
I love a good example.
To illustrate the point.
Instead of simply saying,
Yeah.
this shirt is made of breathable cotton,
Right.
you could say, stay cool and comfortable all day long
Okay.
in our breathable cotton shirt, perfect for those hot summer days.
Oh, I like that.
Right.
It paints a picture,
Yeah,
evokes a feeling,
it does.
connects with the customer
Right.
on an emotional level.
On an emotional level, exactly.
Oh.
And don't underestimate the power
Yeah.
of high-quality visuals.
Okay.
Multiple angles, close-ups, lifestyle shots, show the product in context,
Right.
help people visualize themselves using it.
You know what I'm a big believer in?
What's that?
Lifestyle shots.
Yes, me too.
They add so much personality
Absolutely.
and help people connect with the product
Yeah.
on a more personal level.
They do. And if you want to take things to the next level,
Yeah.
incorporate video into your product pages.
Yes. Video is so engaging
Video is so engaging.
and can really bring your products to life.
It brings it to life.
Seeing a product in action
Yeah.
is so much more compelling
It's more compelling than just reading about it.
than simply reading about it.
People are visual creatures.
That's true.
And video allows you to showcase your products in a very dynamic and memorable way.
Okay, listeners, I challenge you to take a look at your own product pages
Yes, take a look.
with a critical eye.
A critical eye.
Are they doing your products justice?
Yeah. Would you be convinced to buy?
Would you be convinced to buy
Based on what you see and read.
based on what you see and read?
If not, it's
Yeah.
time for a revamp.
If not, it's time for a revamp.
Okay.
Now, let's debunk a pervasive myth
Okay.
that can be incredibly misleading
Okay.
for new e-commerce entrepreneurs.
What is it?
The myth of overnight success.
Ah, the get-rich-quick schemes.
Yeah.
They're tempting,
Yeah.
but they set unrealistic expectations
Right.
and ultimately lead to disappointment.
It's important to be realistic.
Be realistic.
Building a thriving e-commerce business takes time,
It takes time, yeah.
effort, and a willingness to learn
Right.
and adapt along the way.
Yeah.
There are no shortcuts.
There are no shortcuts.
I couldn't agree more.
It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see instant results,
Yeah.
but it's important to remember that those overnight success stories are the exception,
Right.
not the rule.
Most successful e-commerce businesses have been grinding away for years, constantly tweaking and improving,
Yeah.
pivoting
Pivoting.
before they achieve any significant level of success.
That's how you do it. Persistence is key.
Persistence is key. It's a marathon,
A marathon,
not a sprint.
not a sprint.
So how can our listeners set themselves up for success
How do we do it?
without falling into the trap of unrealistic expectations?
Yeah.
First,
Okay.
set realistic goals.
Realistic goals.
Break down those big, audacious goals
Right.
into smaller,
Yes.
more achievable milestones.
It's all about celebrating those small wins.
I love that.
Right.
It's all about celebrating those small wins
Yeah.
that keep you motivated
Keeps you motivated.
and moving forward.
Exactly. And focus on incremental growth.
Okay.
Every improvement, no matter how small, adds up over time.
It's like building a house brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
You don't just magically have a finished house overnight.
No, you don't. It takes time and effort.
It takes time,
And a lot of individual steps to get there.
effort, and a lot of individual steps.
Perfect analogy.
And patience is key, especially when it comes to building trust
Patience is key.
with customers,
It takes time for people to get to know your brand,
right?
to feel comfortable enough to buy from you.
Okay.
Don't expect to see a flood of orders on day one.
Makes sense.
It's about building relationships,
Yeah.
providing value,
Right.
establishing yourself as a trusted source in your niche.
It's about playing the long game,
The long game.
focusing on sustainable growth rather than chasing
Right.
quick wins.
Exactly. Consistency is crucial.
Consistency is crucial. Okay.
Keep showing up, keep creating valuable content,
Right.
keep engaging with your audience,
Yeah.
and the results will follow.
You know, it's interesting. We're talking about building a business online,
Yeah,
but a lot of this advice
I know, right?
applies just as well
It does.
to brick and mortar stores.
Absolutely.
Whether you're selling handmade jewelry,
Or running a multi-million-dollar tech company.
doesn't matter. The fundamentals of business are surprisingly similar.
Yeah.
It all boils down to understanding your customer, providing value, and building relationships.
It's like that saying, people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Yep.
And that's true whether you're shaking hands in person or interacting online.
It's easy to get caught up in the technical aspects of e-commerce,
Right.
the algorithms,
The platforms.
the platforms, the analytics.
The analytics.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's all about human connection.
Which brings me to a question
Okay.
that's been on my mind throughout this entire deep dive.
What's the question?
How do you measure
Okay.
the human element of your business?
That is a great question.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's no single metric that captures it perfectly.
Right.
It's more about looking at the big picture, things like customer reviews,
Okay.
repeat purchase rates,
Mhm.
social media engagement,
Right. Those qualitative, yeah.
data points
Data points can be incredibly insightful.
can be incredibly insightful.
They often tell a much richer story than just looking at numbers like website traffic
Right.
or conversion rates.
Yeah.
So you really want to look at the whole picture.
So for you,
Yeah.
what's the most rewarding part
Okay.
of running an e-commerce business?
What makes all the hard work worthwhile?
Yeah. What makes all the hard work worthwhile?
For me, it's the ability to create something from scratch
Okay.
and watch it grow.
That's awesome.
It's the freedom to work on projects that I'm passionate about,
Yeah.
and it's the satisfaction of knowing that I'm helping people solve problems
Yeah.
and improve their lives in some small way.
I love that. That's really
Yeah.
inspiring.
Oh, thanks.
And I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Okay.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of e-commerce,
All right.
what's the one piece of advice you would leave our listeners with?
Don't be afraid to experiment. Try new things, iterate, and constantly learn.
Right.
The beauty of e-commerce is that it's always evolving.
Okay.
And the beauty of e-commerce is that it's always evolving.
Okay.
There's always something new to discover.
Right.
So stay curious,
Okay.
stay persistent, and most importantly,
Yeah.
enjoy the ride.
Great advice. That's it for this episode of Insider Ecom Edge.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
See ya. There's always something new to discover, so stay curious, stay persistent, and most importantly, enjoy the ride.
Great advice. That's it for this episode of Insider Ecom Edge. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time with another deep dive into the world of e-commerce.
See ya.